Hello, good afternoon, good morning, and good night for some of you. Welcome to the Customer Experience World Games 2026. We are really excited that you are here with us. We will have some great month of games. Christopher, I am very happy to be here with you. We will have the participation from some judges, some captains, and of course, we are going to share the challenge number one with all of you so you can start to work and you can start to collaborate. So very happy to be here, Christopher.
Likewise, Rodrigo, it's great to see you, and it's great to be kicking off another Customer Experience World Games edition. So we're very excited.
Totally. I need to say that this is the 6th years. This is the 6th year of the games. So we have been improving different things along during this time. We are going to share some updates that we took from the feedback from the players and captains from last year. So looking forward to enjoy this session and this month of games with you, Christopher. If you don't mind, I'm going to share quickly a slide that I want to share the captains to introduce a little bit of the captains that we're going to have this year. Give me 1 second. So share screen. Okay. Well, I'm not sure if I am sharing.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, this year we have 3 women as captains. Sharon Boyd from United Kingdom, Susan Mango from United States, Kwalfa Debay from I forgot the name in English. Emiratos Árabes.
UAE.
UAE. Sorry, I'm mixing these names in Spanish and English. And Kaelia Foy from United States also. So it's quite interesting how we are going to manage during this time. I think it's the first time that we have more women in the captain's position than the previous year. So that will be really interesting. And well, let's explore and let's bring some of the captains here. I think is Walfa and Kaelia. So let hello Walfa, Kaelia. Good morning. Nice
Hi
to
there.
see you on in live, not in person yet, but I think that's the magic of this community.
Indeed. Yeah, good to be here.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm happy to be here.
Okay, well, Walfa, Kaelia, can you well, first, thank you for being this year, for taking the responsibility of being captains. I am for sure that you are going to add an extra value, an extra taste to your teams. So thank you very much for being captains during this year edition. And well, first of all, if you don't mind, do you want to present yourselves and the other teams can know you, and then I will ask a couple of questions so we can explore this together.
Clear?
Yeah, hello. So my name is Kalia Foy. I am a business vice specialist and I've been working in CX for about 6 years. So just around the time you all started the World Games, and have been was a part of a team last year and excited to be a captain this year.
Great. And I'm Alpha. I'm partnered with a firm called Humans Outcome based here in Dubai. It's my third year being a part of the games, and just looking forward to it. We had our kickoff, our intro meeting just previously to this, and we are the CX Ninjas. Looking forward to it.
I mean, that's a key part of what we do, isn't it? Is name the team. So you're the CX Ninjas, Carol. That's brilliant. Kaelia, have you given your team a name yet?
Not yet, but we have some options that we just need to get voted on. So next time we'll have a name.
Very good. So getting the democratic view of the crowd, so no one can blame you then if you pick the wrong name. I like that.
Well, can I ask you, both you captains, what are your expectations for this year? Do you have some special expectations? What do you dream? What do you think about this year?
Yeah, for me, I think it's the same every year. I mean, this is a give back. It's maybe one of the most rewarding things to be doing to help these charities, and to do so in a real world way. So that's the ultimate aim. But I think the networking is a part of it. As I think we mentioned earlier, it's not just sort of meeting someone in a quick chat, but actually getting to work with people from around the globe and hearing those perspectives. That's the second piece of it. And I guess the third piece is you really do get to sometimes those perspectives give you something new that you can actually add in your own professional life. So for me, those are the big three for this. The primary one is just super rewarding, I think.
I agree. I think the main thing I'm looking forward to is the community that this will continue to build, but also looking forward to the impact that we have on the charities that we're pitching ideas to. That is very rewarding. And as someone that worked from home and has worked from home for almost my full time being at my job, it's very nice to be able to interact with folks outside of the company and get a global perspective.
Well, thank you for sharing, both of you. And well, thinking about your teams. Well, you mentioned that you already had the meeting, right? Before this, and you, Kaelia, you already have meeting, or you are going to have them during the next days?
We have a meeting scheduled for today, actually, in a couple of hours.
Okay, amazing. Well, I think that's a really good improvement, that because last year some feedback from some captains was it's good to know and to have the captains and the teams before the game. So I think that it was 1 week before, so it give you a team time to conversate or to speak between you. So, I need to say that there's going to be some other players that are coming during the next days. You are going to receive it on your mailbox also, and well, I will let you know for sure. As we spread the mode by mode, the Silver Games, some other players are going to be involved for sure. Do you want? I'm sorry, I have one echo from my side. Okay, so well, Christopher, I think we are going to give some announcement to all the captains, to all the players, and during this ceremony. Wolfram, Kaelia, some words that you wish to say to your teams or to the other teams, some wishes that you would like to give to them before we move to present the judge?
Yeah, for me, it's just I think it's healthy competition. Always interested to see and hear. Obviously, you hoping to win, but at the ultimate aim is whoever wins. I think they just have the best ideas for the situation. So wishing everyone well. Just enjoy this more than anything else. That's really the main thing.
Yeah, good luck, everyone, and bring all of the creative ideas. Nothing is too big for some of these organizations, so let's get creative.
Right. If I could just add, I mean, we've got a brilliant combination of captaincy this year, because obviously we've Kalfa's our reigning champion, so we've got a high expectation from you, Kalfa, and your team. We've also got someone, he doesn't like that. We've also got someone like Sharon Boyd, who's been with us since the beginning. So she's played in every single games. And then we've got 2 brand new captains who have been playing the games and observing it, and will bring brand new thoughts and approaches to it. So it's really exciting to see kind of the dynamic, how things will go this year. And to echo both of your sentiments there. Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's positive competition. We kind of all want each other to do well, because the better we do, it means the more the charities are going to gain from it. So, I really hope every team puts everything they can into it. And I wish you both, as well as the other 2 captains, all the best. I know we'll be talking on WhatsApp throughout it, but your best of luck. And as Rodrigo says, we have some players already with you, and as it always happens, more will see this and they'll come on board. But everyone who's down to be a player, give your time, give your talent, and you'll be amazed at how the World Games reward you when you're not expecting it. So have fun.
Well, thank you very much, captains. I'm going to move. You're going to be in the backstage, and maybe Susan will be able to join us in a few moments. She had some problems with them access. Well, if so, I will bring her so she can present herself to the community. Wolfram, Kaelia, the best of luck for all of you, and well, we'll for sure in communication during the journey. Okay, Christopher. So let me bring. Now we present already the captains, and let me present some of the judges that we are going to have this year. Benson Mukandiva, Matias Gada from Argentina, Heidi Stone from UK, Neil Todd from United States, Michael Brandt from Sweden, and Christopher Brooks. Sorry, maybe I made my mistake. Michael can correct.
Switzerland, it's okay, Switzerland, yeah.
Sorry, my pronunciation is the best. And Christopher Brooks from United Kingdom, for sure. So today we have the participation from Michael. Welcome, Michael. Welcome to the stage of the CF World Games. We are happy that you are here with us from Sweden.
We have mute, Michael.
There we go. So, yeah, happy to be back, Rodrigo. Thank you very much.
Sorry, no, I was. Well, Michael, some special expectations that you have from the teams during this time. I'm not sure if it's well, in my experience during these 6 years, we have been evolving in the games, but also the tools that the people have to work and to develop ideas have evolved. For sure, 6 years ago, we didn't have these kind of tools with generative AI and so on. And it was truly a brainstorming process with the teams, with the captains. Some advice that you would like to share with the teams?
Sure. No, I think you're absolutely right, Rodrigo. I think I've been a judge now for several years with the World Games, and I really enjoy it. And I'm always blown away by the quality of the entries. I think all the teams, without exception, that have participated up till now have been really, really motivated and have done some absolutely great work. I think the thing is, and you're right, AI and all the new tools that are around, help to do things a lot quicker than we used to have to do. I think you can generate documents, generate presentations, a lot quicker than we used to do. So I think that's going to help the teams to concentrate really on the substance rather than the presentation. But the presentation is important. As a judge, one of the things that I've always tried to make a point of telling the contestants before is bear in mind that we're finding solutions, or we're trying to find solutions for non-profit organizations. And I think it's really important to bear that in mind when you come to the solutions, is to really focus on the kind of solutions that non-profit organizations are going to be able to put in place without having to use a lot of resources and a lot of money, which they might not necessarily have available. So these are the kind of things I think that for this competition are really important, because what we want to generate are solutions that these non-profit organizations are going to be able to put into practice as quickly as possible. And so I think that's a really important point.
Oh, okay, Michael. And what I think now, of course, as you mentioned, the presentation is very important. The document is important, but the possibility of deliver the idea, I think that skip remaining as the most important thing. Well,
no, absolutely.
We're going to see the two factors.
No, absolutely. I think substance is obviously really important. It's the most important thing. What are we suggesting? What are we proposing, and what will the impact be of what we're proposing? That's obviously the most important thing. And as I said, it should be something which the organization that we're developing solutions for they should be solutions that can be implemented quite quickly and without necessarily having to use a lot of resources.
Okay, well, amazing. Thank you very much, Michael. And I think that's some guidelines for the player, for the captain. So, well, looking forward, you will have to see your comments, your feedbacks. You will have the entries the next week for the challenge number 1, and well, for sure, I think it will be a great process of judgment for you also.
Yeah, and I wish the teams the best of luck. You know, and not just the best of luck, but I also hope that you have a lot of fun developing these solutions, because I think that's really important too. You know, you're all here in your own time, and so it's important to have fun as well. So good luck.
I just had a point. Just pick up on the point Michael made there. It's really important. We are working as a community with charities, and therefore those charities, it may not be a topic familiar to us, and that's part of the excitement of working with the World Games. But Michael mentioned a really important point about their resources and what capabilities and capacity they have. They're not CX experts. So if we serve them AI-generated solutions that are presentations of the world's best version of what can be done, it doesn't really help them. So we've really got to understand the context when you're still continue to have those brainstormers and really appreciate, okay, so what is the likelihood this idea can be implemented? What are the conditions under which it will survive? What are the constraints that the charities are working under? Because with AI, that's all in the margins. That's not there. The reason it won't work is not there. It's just the world's best version. So it's really important to challenge ourselves to be really confident in those entries. And I know that's what the judges are going to be looking for. You know, judges like Michael and myself and others have done this many times before. So we know what a good answer looks like. We know how it can help the charity. So just really bear that in mind. It's just the context. Have you understood the context of this charity?
Sure. Okay. Thank you very much, Chris, Michael, and looking forward to see you during the next days. And
thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. And let me bring some comments from the players. We have some players, Kat from the United Kingdom. I'm not sure, I cannot see on my side, but they are saying hello from Poland, also from Dubai, Hane. Good morning, good afternoon for you. Susan, well, who is going to be also here, and Emanuela from Switzerland. Joan from Uganda. Welcome, dear players, and also from India. So we are having a really worldwide today from sunny Florida. Oh, there's sunny. And from United States. Well, that's amazing. And also from Peru. Spanish speakers also are hearing us. And well, I think if we see some other, please comment which team you are, where are you from, and let me bring in a cute moment to Susan Mango so she can present herself also. Well, hey, good morning for you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Rodrigo, for fixing my microphone challenge. So because there wasn't enough going on in the world, I thought the middle of my moving, there's boxes behind me, that I should too jump in. I couldn't resist Christopher's and Rodrigo's ask to participate. Our team, we had the opportunity to meet. We're busy voting on the name, so similar to what else is going on. And really looking forward to connecting the different continents that we have. So we've got a wide array of folks, lots of representation, and previous leaders and captains on the team as well, who are already jumping in to help point me in the right direction, what worked for them and what didn't, all of that. So already using CX in our own team, and very much looking forward to learning about the charities and seeing how we can help them.
That's truly amazing, Susan. I think previous learn that they have that they can share with you in order to progress. I think that's amazing. It's like, well, I think it's something very special that you can have on your teams.
And it goes on. I was talking to Gregorio Uglioni, who's the voice of the games for us. He hosts our podcast. He's still in a WhatsApp group from the very first year of people that he reaches out to now and communicates with and asks for advice and shares information. So this connection you start, the kind of the sharing principle that you've highlighted there, Susan, will continue once you've finished the games and gone on after that. So it's great to hear that's kind of the rhythm that it started with, because it's a really healthy bounce to have in your conversations and connections with each other.
It's already been a lot of fun, and we'll be regrouping a little bit later this morning once we know what the challenge is. So we're looking forward.
Amazing. Well, Susan, you're going to be now in the, I'm going to present the timeline, and you are going to be in the backstage as well, and Helia. And well, thank you very much. The best of luck and enjoy.
Thank you for getting up early, Susan. I can tell it's early, so thank you so much for getting up for us. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
We packed all the lamps mostly. That's why it's dark.
Oh. Okay, fair enough.
Well, we stay in communication, Susan. Okay, so let's see the calendar. You should have this calendar in the in your WhatsApp and your email, and I will present also in the next communication. So today we have the challenge number 1. You will have all the week until the next Thursday to submit the entries, and on Thursday next week we're going to have a 15-minute catch up. In this place there is already the invite on LinkedIn, so we can hear your experienced teams, captains, from, well, how was the challenge, what do you expect, what do you think, and it's going to be 15 minutes. Then we will give to the judge that time to have the process of the judging, and then on Sunday you will have Sunday, Monday, and Thursday to read the feedback from the judge, so you can fix, modify whatever you think for the entry for the challenge number 2. And in there we will have only, instead of 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So again, to share the feedback of the challenge number 2, to share the winning team of the challenge number 1, and well, to kick off the challenge number 3. And something different that we're going to carry this year is we're going to have a separate meeting of 50 minutes for the challenge number 3 announcement, for the winner of the challenge number 3. And then on Friday, the 3rd of July, we're going to have the closing ceremony, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. So you have time also to celebrate, because it worth it. That's something that we wanted to give you this time also to celebrate. And some other things that we improved during this year, if it's your first time or your second time, this year we prepare an introduction to the Customer Experience World Game micro course. So you will explore how it became this big movement, the roles, the evaluation criteria, and some some good practices from some other players. So, and also some examples from previous years. If it's your first times, please complete it. It will take maybe 15 minutes plus another period that is an introduction, another 20 minutes, 40 minutes that it can introduce to you to this world of the CFWG. And also, if you are not participating all the challenge and you want other colleagues to participate, you can share the course so they can explore, they can play around, and they can then involve to the CS World Games. So that's another thing that we improve. And one thing that I was talking with Christopher. So, or do you mind, Christopher? Can you help me to introduce that?
Sure.
Why we want?
Yeah, sure.
To share?
So one of the things that we've noticed over the years, Rodrigo and I, is in the world of customer experience, there is a certain type who steps forward to play the games. It's not for everyone. You find people who play the games seek better outcomes for others. That's their mindset. That's their focus. How do I achieve a better outcome for others? And over the years, we've sort of identified several kind of mindset traits. You need to have a different mindset. And we've documented these over the years, and we've now turned it into a personality test where you actually can see just how curious you are, just how much of an active listener you are, how empathetic you are to others. And these 7 traits are what we've identified as kind of those of progressive CX leaders. Now, completing this personality test, it's been going for a while. We've got the industry to be responding to this. But what we're really interested to see is to get a profile of the customer experience World Games players, because I believe we are more customer-centric, have a more customer-centric mindset as players, just because of the way that we step forward and take part in the games. So if you wouldn't mind taking a snapshot of the QR code, it takes about 10 minutes to do, and what you'll get is an individual report highlighting just where your own personal strengths are and areas where you may need to develop more. But what we recognize is by playing the games, all 7 of these mindset traits are alive. So therefore, invariably, we have to be strong in these particular areas. So if you can complete it, and then afterwards, what we'll share is we'll share profiles of each of the teams and all of the players overall. So you can just see where your strengths are in particular areas. So please do take part. It's free to do, and it just gives you a little bit of an awareness of just where your strengths in terms of your customer-centric mindset are. And as I say, when we complete, we'll have a look and see how it compares to the rest of the CX industry.
Amazing. Thank you very much. And also, you will have this link into your mailbox. So if you want to complete it and you are not able to complete it at this moment. One last thing that I want to share with you, dear players, is the assessment criteria. You already have these criteria in the packs, well, in the course of the micro course, but also it's good to remind. There are, for each challenge, you will have an evaluation of 10 points as maximum, and the most important, the ones are the degree of the problem solution and the applicability of the solution, the reality to be implemented, and then the quality. But after each challenge, if for example my team gets 5, 5, and 5 during the challenge 1, 2, 3, at the end I will have 15 points. So it's important to know that the average of the sum of these 3 challenges is the final the final point that you will have for the champion of the world game. So it's important that you keep in mind in all of this process. And
just to add to that, I mean, if you look at this scoring system, and this is very fortunate, Dr. Professor Phil Klaus helped us work on this many years ago to get it right for charities. If you're delivering something that is around about a 2 or a 3 in terms of applicability, in a charity, this is unlikely to get to a point of being implemented, because the charities have such limited resources, they have to be certain that the idea is going to benefit those that they're delivering it for. Any investment they put into it means that that investment can't go to the front line to help those who are caring for others. So it's really important that we push it as close to those fours as we possibly can. But that third line, which is the presentation, this is really important as well. From a judging perspective, if we have 30 pages per entry and you've got 4 entries, there's over 100 pages to kind of get through. And then the charities have got to get through it as well. So we've got to make sure that we can bring our solutions into a very succinct number of pages, make the ideas instantly understandable, and just have the real strength in there in terms of how you deliver this. So it works really well for us, but you mustn't forget any one of the 3 dimensions.
Thank you, Chris. And lastly, but not less important, we have the voice of the games. Gregorio Gluni is the CX goalkeeper, and I invite you that you can go to listen to the podcast that he has been preparing with us. There is already the first episode, and there will be more coming in the next few days. So also, I appreciate that. Well, thank you very much, Gregorio. I'm not sure if you're hearing this at this moment, but I need to thank you, Gregorio, for being the voice of the customer during these years, and especially 2026.
Yeah, and as the games goes on, Gregorio will reach out to captains and judges and star players and winning teams to get your input and join this particular podcast. So it's an opportunity for many to have a platform to talk about what the World Games means to them.
Okay, and I think that's all the announcement at this moment. Now I think we can focus on. Sorry, there's one question of the maximum of yes, the maximum of. We have this topic of the last year. The idea is that you can have maximum 10 slides. I think it is. That's the document. It says 10 slides, including the cover. Yes, Christopher?
Yep.
Yes, 10 slides. So that's, if there is more, it can be supported, but support for the charity. But the most important, or the thing that is going to be judged by the judge, is going to be the first 10 slides.
That's an important distinction there, Rodrigo, that the first 10 slides will be judged. But if you have got information that you think is valuable to the charity to take back with your entry, that can go in after it, but it will not be reviewed as part of your your entry. It's only those first 10 slides that will be reviewed by the judges, and we will simply cut off anything after that when we give it to the judges.
So saying that, I think it's time, Christopher, to share the briefing of the challenge number 1. We have a short video, and after this ceremony, you will receive the challenge number, the script via your email, Captain. So we go with the challenge number 1, Chris.
Yeah, I think we're very grateful. The charity's been very engaging over the last few weeks, so I know how excited they are, and they very kindly put a video together, and I think it says it much better than I can. So let's just play the video.
Okay, let's go.
Everyone, I'm Helen Reeve, and I'm Head of Development for the Outward Bound Trust, and we're delighted to be part of this year's Customer Experience World Games. I'm also here to introduce the work of the Outward Bound Trust and the challenge we'll be bringing to this year's competition. For over 80 years, Outward Bound has been helping young people discover what they're capable of. Through adventurous experiences in the outdoors, we support thousands of young people every year to build confidence, resilience, teamwork, and self-belief, qualities that stay with them long after they leave our centres. Many people know the Outward Bound name. In fact, it's become almost interchangeable with outdoor education. But while our heritage is one of our greatest strengths, it can also mean that people don't always see the full picture of who we are today. We're not simply an outdoor activity provider. We're a charity with a proven track record of creating life-changing outcomes for young people, particularly those who might otherwise miss out on these opportunities. So that's where your challenge begins. We're asking you to explore how corporate organisations perceive Outward Bound today, how we should position ourselves to meet the priorities of modern businesses, and most importantly, how we can design an outstanding partnership experience from first encounter through to becoming a committed corporate partner. This isn't a branding exercise, it's an experience design challenge. We want you to think about the journeys, moments, interactions, and relationships that transform awareness into advocacy and perception into partnership. We're really excited to see your ideas, your creativity, and your customer experience expertise. So good luck, everyone, and we can't wait to see what you create.
Oh,
There you go. So thank you to
Captains.
thank you to Helen and Lisa and Caris and everyone else we've been dealing with. It's a really important challenge. I think all of us can appreciate for the significant role that outward bound engagement can have for young people. It does things that they can't get indoors from devices. It kind of, it builds perseverance. It creates challenges for them. It makes them deal with conflict and self-confidence and belief. They're working with things they've never come across before, and using their bodies physically and their minds mentally. It forces them to work in different teams, and it really helps them create an awareness and understanding of achievement as they sort of grow up. And as Helen said, many people just do not have access to this sort of adventure. So the trust is been around to ensure that everyone can have access to it. And finding corporate partners, we've had a challenge like this a couple of times before. And what is really important is understanding that experience. You all, or many of you, work for corporates. So you're fortunate. You can face in and you can find out yourself just how would the Outward Bound Trust need to present itself in order to get that level of engagement. And that is one thing we'd say about this challenge. If you do any research, please keep it and submit it separately, because any research that you've done to find out how the Outward Bound Trust will be perceived will be really valuable. And this doesn't matter if it's a UK-based charity, because any company in the world could have a charity like this, and you could therefore reference them to find out what it would be like. How would you need to engage with a charity like this? Now, we're not going to push you down particular paths. We know there are many different benefits that corporates find from interacting with charities like this. Some of them more from a regulatory perspective, others from kind of governance as an organization, but others do it, because it's just part of their DNA, what they want to do. So that's what we'll leave to you to kind of find out the best way to connect them all. But it's a really exciting challenge to kick off with in 2026. And as Helen said, it's a design experience. That's what we're looking for here. It really plays to the strengths of our players. So I'm really excited to see what you can come back with. I've been noting down things when I've been working with the Outward Bound Trust in terms of what we could deliver, just thinking about it myself. So I'm sure you'll be itching to get your hands on the brief. The brief is broken into 3 parts intentionally. It's no different to what we normally do, but it's actually just giving a bit of a signposting through the steps that you might want to go through. But as ever, the tools, the techniques, how you approach it, all of that is over to you. And this is where the magic starts, because you start to transfer ideas and learn from each other and build on what you're doing. And please listen to those quiet voices in the team. Let them come forward, because there's always the opportunity that they'll be sitting with one of the most amazing ideas that will become the kind of the heartbeat for what you do in your submission. So good luck to everyone. I hope you enjoy this challenge.
Thank you, Christopher. Well, I think we are on time, and then you can kick off then officially the CS World Games, and then with that, I will send the links 30 seconds after we close this meeting. So we can say officially that the
Well, I'm
games.
sorry, Virginia. I should have got the cue there. So, as we always say at the start of these, we now let the games begin. I've got the merchandise. You probably can't see it, but on the back I've had it written. So let the games begin. I wish you all the very best this year. Nevermore has our skills and our talents and our time as CX professionals been more valued by the charities, and we've helped over 40 charities now over the course of the 6 years. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the quality of the submissions we get from this year's games. And to all of you who have played before, you know what we expect of you. Have fun, enjoy yourselves, follow the code of practice of being a part of the games. If you've never played before, then just enjoy it. Give as much time as you can. And we know the charities benefit, but we want you as players, captains, judges and participants to benefit as well. So we hope you have a wonderful time playing this year's World Games.
Thank you very much, Christopher, and thank you to all captains, Kalia, Susan, Qualfam, Sharon, George. So let's enjoy these games. For some, it's going to be the beginning of summer. For some, it's going to be the beginning of winter. But I think that's the magic of the CS World Games. So we stay in touch and see you next week, the 15 minutes catch up. Have a nice day.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.